Good evening, everyone. We'll get started in a few moments. We will get started in a few moments.
What? Congratulations. I'm not going to scream at your kids for this. But, yeah.
Yeah, they made a mess. They did. Can you hear me on YouTube? If you're on YouTube, can you hear me on YouTube? If you can hear me on YouTube, if you can hear me on Facebook, put a one in the chat if you can hear me. If you can hear me, if you can hear me, put a one in the chat. We're about to get this thing started in a moment. Can you all hear me on YouTube? Can you hear me on YouTube? Everyone, if you can hear me, put a one in the chat. If you can hear me, put a one in the chat. If you can hear me, put a one in the chat. Good stuff. We're gonna get started in a few moments. Where is my YouTube chat? Why can't I see my YouTube chat? Very, very, very interesting. Let me just go to YouTube. If you can hear me on Facebook, let me know as well. Okay, thank you, Miss Jovetta Dennis. Okay, how y'all doing? All right, Facebook, we good too. Let's make sure we're good on Facebook. All right, we good on Facebook as well. All right, good on Facebook. Good. There we go. Good stuff. All right, last thing, and we gonna get started. There we go. All right. All right, I think we're ready. I think we're ready. I think we're ready. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Facebook and you're on YouTube, join into the Zoom chat. You're gonna get a full experience on the Zoom chat. Okay, full experience on the Zoom chat. All right, let's rock. Let's go.
Check it out. This is the house that I grew up in. Me, with my sister, cousins. This is my nan's house. 275 Paul Spencer Drive, top of South Carolina. I looked up. These people I looked up to. You know what I'm saying? He's my man. He's Brock.
Once I was 7 years old, mama, make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old.
Recording in progress.
in favor, and if we don't meet before soon we'll be 30 years old. Songs have been sold, traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still savvy. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life, and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I rode the leather ones. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can bore me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can bore me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Once I was 7 years old.
What I would say is this: come of Joshua, right? Come of Joshua. People are like, what does that mean, right? I tell people that I am Joshua, right? This is what it means. If you think about back in more biblical things, think about biblical time with the children of Israel. They were in Egypt, they were in captivity, right? And the children of Israel cried out to the Most High, saying, help us, get us out of here, right? So the Most High sent Moses to take the children of Israel out of their land of captivity into the promised land. But what we fail to realize is Moses did not take the children of Israel into the promised land. He died before it was completed. Joshua was charged with taking the children of Israel out of their captivity, out of the wilderness, into the promised land. Same thing for now. Martin Luther King did a great job. Malcolm X did a great job. They didn't get the job done. Our great-great-grandparents did a great job. They didn't get the job done. Our parents did a great job, but they didn't get the job done. They didn't get the job done to take us from our land of captivity that we live in into the promised land because they had a lack of knowledge. Right now, we have abundance of knowledge. So your job is to take your family, your grandmother, your mama, your dad, your niece, your nephews, out of this land of captivity where they wake up every morning looking paycheck to paycheck, part of that 64%, not knowing exactly what's going on in life, not knowing if they're going to be able to have college tuition, not knowing if they're going to start a business and all these things. It's your job to take them out of their land of captivity into the promised land.
Everyone, how you doing? 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 Everyone, if you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Everybody. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm excited to be here, everyone. I want to thank you all for spending this evening with me. I wanted just to introduce you to my family and let you know that's who we do it for, right? Everything that we do is for our family. Everything that when we go to sleep at night, when we wake up in the morning, everything that we do is to make sure that our family can have that better life than what we had. That's the goal, right? So I'm excited for everyone to be, everyone that's here right now. And I wanted to just spend some time with you, right? I wanted to spend some time with you on the release of this book right here that I currently have that I'm excited to talk to you about this evening. But I truly want you all to understand something. When you watch that video that I just played and you saw that we saw the humble beginnings, and then you have the opportunity to see my mother and my father and my sister and my brother, and then you see myself, and you start seeing the growth, and you see my wife and I, we got married, and you start seeing the kids come, and it's just a process of life. It's a process of life. And the thing about this process of life, everybody, that entire process was trial and error. The entire process of everything I just showed you was trial and error. There's not a manuscript or a book that you say you follow this, follow this, follow this, follow this, follow this, and this is how you get through life. It's not there. So that's one thing that was amazing. I wanted you all to see and just grab and understand that no matter where you currently are in life, no matter what you're doing in life, no matter where you feel like you are in life, if you where you want to be, if you're not where you want to be, just understand that this thing we call life is trial and error. And the thing about trial and error is this, everybody. You can go to trial, you can have errors. You can go to trial and you can have errors. No matter what trial you go on, there's always going to be errors, but we do not let the errors stop us from going through the next trial. Okay? So everyone, what I want to do right quick, you all know, majority of you all have came through some of my programs. Some of you all are in my programs. Some of you all came through my mastermind. Some of you all are brand new. What I like to do every time I get on Zoom with everyone, you all know exactly what I like to do. We're going to do it one time for old time's sakes, everybody. So I want everyone to come off of mute on the count of 3. I want everyone to come off of mute, and I want everybody to say, let's go, as loud as you can. If you got to wake up the kids, if the kid is asleep, if the wife is asleep, if the husband is asleep, tell them it's time to get up, everybody. So on the count of 3, take yourself off of mute, and we're going to say, let's go. Y'all ready? Let's go. So 1, 2, 3, let's go, let's go, let's go. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Everybody, we are here today, and I'm just glad everyone is here today. I love the energy in the room. For some reason, my sound is real low, but hope we can get that fixed soon. But I love the energy in the room, everybody, and I'm excited to come here this evening and spend a few minutes with you, some moments with you, to just break down and talk to you all about the new book that I have that's coming out that we're actually going to release tonight. And this journey, everybody, is an exciting journey. So if I can have probably to about Can I get to about 8 o'clock tonight, everybody? Can you give me about 45 minutes? Can I have 45 minutes of your time? Okay. Give me 45 minutes of your time. I'm also going to give away $2,000 tonight as well. So I'm probably going to do 500, 500, 500, 500. I may give away a laptop. I may give away an iPad. It all depends on how we flow tonight, okay? But we got a lot of giving away to do in this 45 minutes. I want you all to sit tight, hold tight, and just follow me and just flow with me for these next 45 minutes, okay? So what I want to start with, everybody, is just kind of talking about where the book came from, how the book started, and all of those things, everyone. The book truly came from, I was trying to write a book, okay? It's that simple. I wanted to write a book, and I actually started on this book about 3 to 4 years ago, and it was a completely different book, right? Completely different book, and it was actually going to be the mastermind written down in a book. And I had somebody, we had so many meetings, and I gave them what I wanted them to write. They wrote the whole book, and I got the whole book in my email. Then I told them I don't want to do it. I said, I don't want to do it. And I said, because I don't feel like this book is giving anyone any type of value. And I don't want to put anything out there just to say I put a book out there. I wanted to make sure that it gave someone value, right? And so what I did was I just put it on the shelf. You can ask my director of education, Kanisha. She was on a lot of those meetings with us. She's like, Chris, are you gonna really finish this thing? I'm like, I don't know, probably not, right? So I just put it on the shelf for a while, and then probably about a few months ago, I'll say maybe around June or July, I woke up about 2, 3 in the morning, and it was just on me, and I just started writing. It started going, it started flowing, and the book was something totally different than what I thought it was going to be 3 years ago. So that's a blessing. I'm excited for it. And when we think about this book, everybody, I'm going to break some things down to you in the book. But when you think about this book, this is not a book where it's going to talk about, this is what a candlestick does. This is what support and resistance is and all of those things. This is not what this is, everybody. This book is truly going to be a mirror for you. You're going to read this book, and you're going to look at yourself while you're reading this book, and you're going to say, I'm in this book. You're going to say, Chris, you're talking about me. Chris, this is me. For everyone that's traded before, put a 1 in the chat. Let me see what the room look like. If you've traded before, put a 1 in the chat. All right, good stuff. You're a trader. Okay, good stuff. If you've never traded before and you say, Chris, I'm here for the first time and I'm trying to soak up some game before I start hitting that button. Okay? All right. So put a 2 in the chat if you've never traded before. I want to make sure I understand the audience. Okay. We got a mixture. Okay, good stuff. We got a mixture. And even before I get started, I want to just give a huge shout out to my wife, my beautiful wife. Everyone, the reason why I'm able to spend as much time with you as I spend with you is because of my beautiful wife. I want to give a shout out to my mom, to my dad, to all my kids, right? I want to give a shout out to everybody in my family. And I put together that video you just watched for them, right? To let them know that I love them, that I love you all, and you all are dear to my heart. I want to give a shout out to my team, give a shout out to my Kanisha, also Lawrence, all of the coaches who are Kadar. We got Joseph, we got Davon, we got JT, we got Billy, all of the coaches that we have. And most importantly, I want to give a shout out to everyone that's in my community because you all are awesome. And I want you to understand when I say that you all are awesome, I truly mean it because I remember starting to trade. I remember sitting at that desk by myself and I would look around and I was talking to myself. Okay? I was literally talking to myself. And the reason why I was talking to myself because I had no one else to talk to about trading. And now every single morning when I wake up, I know I have Miss Narissa Jones in there I can talk to. Miss Willette I can talk to. I can talk to hundreds of people about trading every single day. And I appreciate you all. I love you all. And I do not take the work that you put in of showing up every single day for granted. I want to make sure that we're doing everything possible we can for our family. So I love you all. Just want to give those shout outs before we jump into it. Okay. So now when we go and talk about the book, I want to kind of just start off with a quick place, right? And this place is giving you an understanding of what this book actually is. Like I stated previously, it's not about support and resistance. It's not about trend lines. It's not about any of those things. Those things like trend lines and support and resistance and candlesticks, every one of those things can be learned. I can sit you down for 3 to 4 or 5 days and teach you those things, right? This book is about the things that only you can teach yourself. I'm just going to bring it to the forefront so you can see that you have this issue, but you have to be willing to teach it to yourself what this book is talking about. It's going to expose you. It's going to expose you for a greedy person. It's going to expose you for a person that's not patient. It's going to expose you for a person that says, I want it now and I want it now and I want it now, like J.G. Wentworth. Okay? This is what this book is going to do. When I was writing this book, it was very emotional for me. Very emotional for me. And the reason why it was so emotional is because I remember making my first trade and I was up $130 something, and then I sold and I actually lost money because I didn't know how to sell. And then I look at it now where I was so ecstatic about $100, and now I'm having $50,000 trading days, $80,000 trading days, $100,000 trades. And I look back and I understand that it was nothing that I done to be here. Nothing that I did to be here. It's nothing that I did to make $80,000 in a day, $50,000 in a day. And that's why I give all glory, all praise to the Most High. All glory, all honor, and all praise goes to the Most High because I didn't ask for this. I didn't pray for this. I didn't plead for this. I didn't ask for this. Everybody, how it all started. I was sitting down and my wife came to me, shout out to my wife, and said, Chris, let's go to Myrtle Beach for the weekend. That's how it started. I was sitting down and my wife came to me and said, let's go to Myrtle Beach for the weekend. And we went to Myrtle Beach, and when we was in Myrtle Beach, everybody, we was there. Personally, I didn't want to go, right? But when we got down there, me and my wife was at the bar, right? And we was having having some drinks at the bar, just chilling out, hanging out, right? And then the person who works at the actual hotel, they came and said, hey, do you all want to go on a wine tasting? And I look at my wife, she's like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. Now, think about this, everybody. He didn't tell me we had to pay for it, okay? If he told me we had to pay for it, I was like, nah, bro, we good. I don't even drink wine anyway. I ain't with it, right? And we'd have stayed at that bar having those drinks, right? But he didn't tell us that till after the fact. Now, after the fact, I got that bill. I was kind of mad. I'm like, bro, you didn't tell us we had to pay for it, right? But long story short, when we was at that table, another couple came down, and he may be here right now. Let me see if he's here right now. Because if he's here right now, I'm going to bring him up. He's here right now, Mr. Bats. I'm going to bring you up right quick, everybody. Because everybody think I be lying about this story. Can I bring you up, Mr. Bats? I just did it anyway. There you go. I did it anyway. He right there on the screen. Everybody, listen. This is the individual when we was down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Literally in Myrtle Beach. We sat down at the table. And we at the table. Next thing you know, him and his family come and sit down and everything. So we start talking. And it was some small talk at first. And then this individual right here said something, everybody. He said he was on vacation for 8 weeks. He said he was on vacation for 8 weeks. I said, holy crap. I'm looking around like, how in the world does somebody go on vacation for 8 weeks? I don't know, but I need to find out. So I had, at the time, everybody, I had a trucking company, and then I was thinking about getting the HVAC. So I started throwing these things out there, trying to get some fillers for him and all that good stuff, right? And then next thing you know, he was just like, okay, that's cool. But he wasn't biting on anything, right? Then a couple we came down there with, one of the people said, I want to learn about the stock market. Everybody, when I say that man said that, Mr. Bat's face lit up. And for the next 2 to 3 hours, he was buying us drinks. He was paying for everything, right? Buying us drinks and talking about the stock market. And it was a beautiful thing. And when I tell you, it was a life-changing moment. And then he said something so crazy. He said, yeah, before I came down here, I made $1,000 on Tesla. And he said it just so, yeah, I made $1,000 on Tesla. I'm like, bro, my paycheck, bi-weekly paycheck, $1,200, right? And you made $1,000 on Tesla, right? So long story short, he told me, he said, Chris, when you get home, call me. He said, call me. That's all he said, call me. As soon as I got home, everybody, I called him. He got on a Zoom call with us for about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. And he introduced us to the stock market. Set my screen up for me, showed me how to buy and sell. And then he told me this thing right here, everybody. He said, listen, go swim. That was it. Go swim. And when I tell you, everybody, I want to say, Mr. Bats, I want to give you, I'm going to take you off of mute for a second. Let me see if I can take you off of mute just for one moment. All right, take you off of mute for one moment. There you go. There you go. You can take yourself off mute, Mr. Bats. So, Mr. Bats, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you for when you was at that table, just opening your mouth and just talking to us for 2 hours and buying us drinks. I appreciate the drinks, brother. Right? And you don't understand how that changed my life because now, Mr. Bats, I've made $80,000 in a day. And it all came because the Most High allowed you to talk to us for 2 hours at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina on your vacation. I appreciate you, man. How you doing?
Hey, I'm great. I'm fantastic. I'm just wonderful. But like I always tell you, right? You know, that happened, like I say, you know, that's God saying I'm very proud to be a part of that too, because this is what I reach out and I teach people. But I would tell you one more time, I always say this, man, I couldn't be more proud of you. I could not be more proud of you. I've talked to so many people, and it just goes to show, man, what having faith and perseverance is all about. Because you can easily stop. You can easily say, I made that $136 and kind of lost it, and maybe this ain't for me.
Yeah.
But that's not you. So, man, I'm extremely proud of you, love you, your family, man. Just keep these blessings going, man. Keep it up.
Nah, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Definitely. All right, thank you, Mr. Bats. I definitely appreciate it. And so, everybody, that's how I found out about the stock market. It had to be divine, everybody. Like I said, I didn't ask for it. It just happened. Didn't ask for it at all. And so long story short from there, you know, you see where we are now. You see the things that we're doing now and just give all glory and praise and honor to the Most High. And so what I want to do right now, everybody, I just want to kind of just break down some things to you, break down this book. Okay, I want to break this book down to you and give you an understanding of what this book is and what the basics or the understanding that you're going to receive from this book. Okay, so when we think about life, everybody, I look at life in 3 phases. Okay, I look in life in three phases. Okay, we have our past, that person, right? The past person that we used to be. We have our present, the person who we currently are, and we have our future. Okay, we have our future. That's the person who we're trying to get to. And when I think about those three phases in life, I think about King David. Because King David had three phases in his life prior to him becoming who he was supposed to be. All right. So at first he was a young boy. In his past life, he was a young boy who was in the field. King David was a young boy in the field tending to the sheep, tending to the cattle. And then as he started to grow, he became that person who was waiting, who was promised something, who was waiting to become king. And his future self was him being king of Israel. So he had three phases. And everyone, the most difficult phase to be in is the present stage, the current stage. That's the most difficult phase that you can actually be in. Because when you're in that present stage, everybody, that present phase of your life, you know where you've been and you do not want to go back there. You know where you want to go, but you're not sure how you're going to be able to get there. But what you do know is this: in my present state, I have to wake up every single day, no matter if I'm hurting, no matter if I'm happy, no matter if I'm crying, no matter if I'm sad, no matter if I'm joyful. I have to wake up every single day, and I'm fighting every single day not to go back to phase one, and I'm fighting to get to phase three. But phase two could be whipping our butts. It can whip you. It's beautiful at the same time, but it can whip you. And the reason why it whips you, everybody, not because life is hard, it whips us, everybody, because we cannot predict the future. The future is the unknown. We don't know the unknown. We don't know if we invest in Apple or invest in Tesla or invest in NVIDIA, that it's going to go the direction we want it to go and we're going to make a whole lot of money. We don't know that. But when we're in this phase, everybody, this present phase that we're currently in, we have to look forward to that future person. And that future person, we don't know that person. I've never met that person. And how can I become someone that I've never met? But we have to go back to King David. King David was promised that he was going to be king of Israel. So King David already knew who he was going to become. But we got to ask ourselves, this is what the book is going to focus on. We have to ask ourselves, what was our promise to our younger self? When you was walking around the neighborhood, jogging around the neighborhood, when you was working that job you didn't want to work, what were the things that you were saying in your head when you said, in the future, I want to be XYZ? When I was a young boy, I wanted to be a football player. So in my mind, I was always a football player. Until I didn't get to play in high school. I realized I couldn't be a football player because I didn't even play in high school, right? Okay? So, but what I realized is this: when you think about as a child, you had so many wild imagination and dreams, it made you work towards something. But your present state hit, and then something else starts to happen. Real life happens in your present state. Old life is a fairy tale now. New life is phase three is a fairy tale as well. But that future life is where bills are, your enemies are, your job that won't give you that promotion no matter how hard you work, discrimination, not feeling that you have enough to provide, inflation's up here, your paycheck's down here, and you go in there every year you get a 1% raise. Or you make great money, or you make good money, but no one has ever taught you how to save money, how to invest money, so you're just spending money. Or we go get that new mortgage payment, and that mortgage payment is $3,000-$4,000, but we don't realize that, hey, they calculated my mortgage payment off of my what? Gross, right? And not what you actually brought home. So there's a delta there because no one told us anything, everybody. So in this book, everyone, I'm showing you that everyone that's here right now, you're here for a reason. And the reason you're here because you've already been called to go into this stock market. Your future self, you may not know exactly who you want to be in the future, but you've already said, hey, I want to invest in this stock market. I believe the stock market can do something because you're here right now and you're making the strides to do so. So when it comes to in this stock market, I'm walking you through how to become the person that you need to be in this stock market. Because everyone, this stock market will have you looking, feeling crazy, feeling like you're less than, feeling like you don't know what you're doing. There was a moment I talk about it. Well, actually, I don't talk about this. Well, I do talk about this moment in the book when I realized that I was an addict. Right? I realized I was an addict. So I had about $5 left in my account to trade with for the day. And when I started trading, when I had $5 left, most people would just close their computer and say, okay, I'm done for the day. But everybody, I saw that $5 there, and I went looking for something I could get into for $5. Now, everybody, if I invest that $5 into that stock market, I'm not going to make any money. I might make 25 cents or something of that nature. But I just had to be in that market. And when I realized, everybody, I realized I was an addict. It was like I was on drugs trying to get that last high. Like I was literally sitting there flickering that light, trying to get that last high when nothing is there to smoke, but I'm trying to smoke it. This is real life. I realized I was an addict. So I had to look myself in the mirror and be like, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. These are real moments. But the reason why that happened to me, everybody, is because I saw that this market could make you a lot of money. So at that point in time, when I was trading, I was chasing money, everybody. Just chasing money. I wanted to make this money. I had to make the money. I saw where the money was at. I see the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in this stock market every single day. And I wanted that money and I needed it right then and there. I didn't want to have to go to work tomorrow. I wanted to make that $1,000, that $1,500 right there in the market so I can sit there and look at everybody and say, look at my people, my job, and say, listen, I made today what I make in 2 weeks of my biweekly paycheck, so why am I still working here? I wanted to say that right then and there. But what I realized, everybody, I wanted the money for the wrong reasons. When you're chasing money, everybody, it seems like money is running away from you. When you're chasing money, it seems like the money is actually running away from you. One thing about when you think about King David, King David never chased becoming the king. Think about it. King David never chased becoming the king. He already understood and knew the promise was given to him already that he was going to become king of Israel. So therefore, he did not have to chase it. He had to do something in his current state to be able to grab it. I'll say it one more time. He didn't have to chase becoming the king because he was always promised that he was going to be the king. So instead of him chasing and waiting and ready to become king, he was in his present state operating a certain way. He had multiple occasions that he could have killed King Saul and became king right then and there. But what did David say? David said, no, I'm not going to kill him. I'm not going to kill him. So everybody, I'm going to ask you a question right quick. You may not know exactly where you want to be in life, but you're here, so you've already been called to invest in this stock market. So for everyone that's trading, you do not have to chase money in the stock market. What you have to do in your present state is become the person that the stock market gives money to. Because if we chase the stock market is going to run away from us because it's a game. The more I need it, the more I want it, the more I long for it, the more I gotta have it. What happens? It keeps getting further and further and farther away. It's like dating, right? It's like dating. Think about this. If a guy, like when Steve Urkel wanted Laura Winslow so bad, Laura's like, leave me alone, okay? But when Steve Urkel started not to pay Laura Winslow any attention, she was like, oh, what's going on here, brother? Okay? Like, what's going on here? Think about it. Be Steve. Don't be Steve, be Stefan. Okay? Be Stefan. Don't be Steve, all right? Be Stefan. But the truth of the matter is this, everybody. Be patient. The money is there in the market. When I tell you the money is there in the market, everybody, the money is there. It's an abundance of money in that stock market. It's not easy because we're chasing it. But if we say, I'm going to become the type of trader that's not going to chase money, I'm going to become the type of trader that's going to sit back and wait for money to come to them. Everybody, when I made my best day, $80,000 in one day, I wasn't chasing the market at all. I had been in my trade for almost 2-3 weeks, just sitting back and waiting for the move to happen. Next thing you know, boom, the move happened. Next thing you know, I sell 80,000. I didn't have to chase it because I prepared in advance for the move that I expected to happen. Okay? So in this book, everybody, the totality of this book is going to do this. Everyone on this phone call, this book is going to make you look at yourself and say, am I the person that can make money in the stock market? And at first, that answer is probably going to be no. And as you continue to read this book, you're going to see things that you can start to implement that's going to turn you into that person that the stock market gives money to, and not that you have to chase for it. Okay? So absolutely, Ms. Madison, we getting in position. Absolutely. So everyone, I'm extremely excited, okay, about this book and about this book going into everyone's hands. And I truly pray that this book does amazing things in your life. And I pray that this book allows you to see the things that I went through. When I say this book was very emotional for me, it was very emotional for me. I'm gonna give you all one more story, right? It was very emotional for me because there was a moment in this book, right, where I'll tell a story about me. I call it the Jurassic Park moment, right? And this Jurassic Park moment, it stood out to me because everything that we do it for family, right? We do it for family. We want to see our family succeed. We want to be better people, and we want to see our family succeed. And the Jurassic Park moment happened. It was a Friday, and I was trading Tesla, Mr. Batts, and it was 3:50 p.m. 3:50 p.m. The market closed at 4 p.m., everybody. So I had 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And I was an addict, everybody. I had to get into this trade. So I invested $5,000 into a Tesla. Most of y'all don't know what this is, but it's called 0 DTEs, meaning this contract was going to be worthless in 10 minutes. So I'm telling you, I put $5,000 into a trade that was going to be worthless in 10 minutes. That's like me giving Miss Angelica Aiken $5,000, and in 10 minutes she just goes and blow it. And it took her, and it took me 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 weeks, a month to get that $5,000. And she blows it in 10 minutes. So I got into the trade. And when I got into the trade, everybody, guess what? The market went to the direction I wanted to go. And guess what? I was in profit. Okay? I was up. Your boy was up. And guess what I did? Guess what I did, Mr. Batts? Guess what I did, y'all? I said something very, 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 I said it a lot in life. I'm not selling. I want more. It's about to go crazy. I don't got 10 minutes. Everybody, as soon as it went up, it went boom, straight down. Everybody, $5,000 gone in 10 minutes. $5,000 gone in 10 minutes. And this is why I call it the dinosaur moment, everybody. Because right after that, we were taking our kids to Charlotte, North Carolina, to this dinosaur. This you can drive around in one of the arenas, and it's a dinosaur show out there. So we got all our kids in the car, and we're riding around looking at dinosaurs. And physically, I was there with my family. I'm there physically with my family, but mentally, I wasn't there. I was in that trade, and I was like, Chris, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? And what I found out, what I saw is this. I saw myself missing time. It was like I literally had an out-of-body experience where I could see I'm outside the car, and I can see inside the car, and I can see everyone in the car having fun, talking, and I can hear somebody saying, Daddy, 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 and I'm not responding because I'm not there. So I'm not responding. And they say, Daddy, Daddy. I say, oh, what's up, baby? Oh, what's up? Because I'm not there. I'm in that trade. And I realize if I'm doing this for my family, how am I having family time right now and I'm not here? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. This is real life when it comes to trading. This is real. These are real emotions. You lose on a Friday, you got to go through Saturday and Sunday anxious. Especially if you did something crazy like I did. But I realized at that moment, everybody, and I call it the dinosaur moment, you will see it in the book, but I realized in that moment that if I wanted to trade, if I was truly doing this for my family, then I have to make sure I'm doing things in alignment. I got to make sure that I'm doing things the right way because there's no reason in the world I should have gave away those $5,000 for 10 minutes of nothing. Okay? So everybody, this book is going to show you yourself. I truly believe that you're going to shed tears when you read this book because you're going to put yourself in my shoes because you've been there before, and this is going to really make you look at yourself, and you're going to be disgusted for a moment. You're going to be disgusted, right? But as you go through the process, remember, $80,000 in a day is the things that I used to post when I made $1,000 in a day. I saw a post I had on one of my memories on Facebook today. I was posting when I made $600 in a day. I posted, hey, everybody made $600 in a day. Now when I make $20,000 in a day, I don't even post it. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this is because I want to give all glory and praise and honor to the Most High because everybody, this was not easy. It was a journey. It was a process. And you don't understand how many nights I wanted to go and punch the wall, how many times I had to walk around the neighborhood, how many times I threw stuff against the wall, how many times I kept beating myself across the head and saying, Chris, come on, good gracious, man, why'd you do that? You see what I'm saying? Like, why? It doesn't make sense. Like, and you sit there and start talking to yourself, and people around you looking at you like you're crazy, and I look at them and say, yes, I am crazy. Okay? I am crazy, right? And the next thing you know, your whole life upside down. But everybody, once you get through all of that information, once you get through all that stuff, when you get to the other side, and then you sit back and look at your old self and like, man, that boy was crazy. Because the only thing he had to do was just do this, give yourself time, be calm, be patient, follow your rules, keep your laws, all these things, and boom, you in a good place. And understand that you're not going to go from $500 to $1 million overnight. 500 give you 50, 50 gives you 100, 100 give you 200, 200 give you maybe 1,000, then 1,000 may give you 100, and going step by step by step. And then you will have those big days where you make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay? So, everybody, I'm excited. What I want to do is this, everybody. I want to now give you all the option. If you all, I want to put it in the chat. If you all are excited and you ready and you want to have this book in your hand, everybody, put a 1 in the chat. Everybody, put a 1 in the chat. I'm so excited. And everybody, I love. I love my community. The community. I love everyone in Options 101. Like y'all don't understand. Like this, it's amazing. I love it. And everybody. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do 2 things for 2 different groups of people. Okay. So the first group of people I want to talk to are the individuals that's in my program. Okay. They're currently in my program. So everybody, when the ones that's in my program, what's going to happen is this. With the book, I have a package deal for you. Okay. So with the book, you're going to get the actual book. You're going to get an ebook and an audio book. Okay, all 3 of them. Okay. Also, what I'm going to do is everyone that's in my 12-month program, I'm going to give you 3 extra months on top of that. Okay. So you're going to get 3 extra months in my program. Okay. And you're going to get the book, the audio book, and the ebook. Okay. All right. Matter of fact, I'm just going to do not 3 extra months. We're not even going to do 3 extra months. What we're going to do is we're going to do 6 extra months. So everyone that's in the mentorship program, the 12-month program, you're going to get 6 extra months in the program. So you're going to get the ebook, you're going to get the actual book, you're going to get the audio book, and you're going to get 6 extra months in the program. Okay? All right? I told y'all I wasn't going to let y'all go nowhere. I'll keep y'all hostage, right? Now, for everyone that's not in my program and that you're here right now, you saying, Chris, I want to learn this skill set. I'm excited about learning this skill set. This is what I'm going to do for you. Okay. So you're going to get the same thing. The ebook, you're going to get the ebook. You're going to get the hard copy book, and you're going to get the audio book as well. And I have a 5-day class coming up in February. I'm going to give you all regular mission access for free to that 5-day class. So what you're going to do is this. You're going to read this book. You're going to be prepared for this 5-day class that happens in February. And then when the class happens in February, I'm going to break everything, the technical things down to you, showing you how to buy and sell, showing when to get in, when to get out, why you're getting in, why you're getting out, showing you all the things that you need to know to be able to trade. But what I want you to do is before that class in February, I need you to read the book. The reason why I want you to read the book is because I didn't have the book when I first started. You will have the book, so you can go in even more prepared than I am, or more prepared than even people that's in my program is, because they didn't have the book either. Okay? So everybody, does that sound fair? If that sounds fair, everybody put a 1 in the chat. That sounds fair. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, Kanisha, are you on, Kanisha? Are you on, Kanisha? This is what we're going to do. The book, for everything that I told you, all the bonuses and everything, the price is going to be $99 for everything. So the individual that's in my program that's getting 6 extra months, you're paying $99 for 6 extra months. Everyone that's going to be in my free class, you're paying $99 to spend 5 days with me live over Zoom, and you're getting the book, the ebook, and the audio book. Okay? $99 one-time fee. Okay? And then when you come in, for everybody that's new, when you come to the 5-day course, the 5-day class live on Zoom, I'm going to let you keep the class recordings. Okay? I'm going to let you keep the class recordings. So everyone, you can keep the class recordings, and so you can have it forever. Okay? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to freeze the chat for a second. Kanisha, if you don't mind, Kanisha, if you don't mind, if you can post the link in the chat, I'm going to freeze the chat, everybody. Okay, we're gonna freeze the chat so no one else can do in the chat. So that's what we're gonna do, everybody. So right now, that's what I want to do for you all. If you look in the chat right now, you will see the link to purchase the book. What'll happen is you will once you purchase. I want everybody to purchase through PayPal because I want everybody to know it's safe and secure. So you can purchase through PayPal, and then once you purchase, you'll get an email, everyone, with the link to the audiobook and the link to the ebook. And then you will get another email when the hard copy book is sent off to you. Okay, so that's kind of how it operates. All right. So I'm definitely excited, everyone. I truly hope that you all enjoy just spending this time with me. I got a few more things I want to do. Give out $2,000, maybe even give out a laptop as well. But the main thing I want you all to understand, everybody, is especially if you're doing it right now, don't give up, don't quit. Okay? Don't give up, don't quit at all. And understand the most valuable thing in life is time. If the most valuable thing in life is time, everybody, the most valuable thing in the stock market is time. Time is the most valuable thing, everyone. Please remember that. Okay? For the individuals that's coming in, that's going to start, their goal is to start learning how to trade, and I'm going to teach you in 2026. I want you to understand this. Your journey isn't anyone else's journey. Some people that you come in with may jump right into it and start going crazy. But it may take you 6 months, 12 months. It doesn't matter how long it takes, everyone. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Okay? Just learn the skill set. It literally should be against the law to not be invested in the stock market. It should be against the law. Like, everybody should go to jail. Y'all should go to jail. I'm just kidding. I'll bail you out, right? I'll bail you out. But no, but it should be against the law, because now everybody, especially like when you wake up in the morning, all the young ladies we have in here, when you wake up in the morning, instead of your friend texting you, girl, you saw what happened on Love and Hip Hop, or girl, you saw what happened on Married with Medicine, it should be, hey, did you hear what happened? What, you saw what Apple did last night? Oh, did you see what Tesla did last night? You seen the video running right now? And all my fellas, instead of talking about, okay, what LeBron James did or who the greatest Michael Jordan, you wake up in the morning, hey, listen, you see what SPY just broke over 660? You see SPY about to hit 700? And in the meantime, what that's doing, everybody, is changing your life. It's changing your life. And I'm not gassing you up and saying, everybody, this is going to be easy. You just heard me say a minute ago, I was calling myself the dumbest person ever, throwing things against the wall, punching stuff, right? And I was an addict, right? And I guess you think about these things like why I really want to go here, but I'm gonna say it anyway, right? So you think about why you do certain things that you do. Why do we do certain things that we do? Everybody, the majority of us are driven to the point of no return. Like, when I say driven, we're driven to the point of no return, to the point where we got to have this. We have to have it. We have to have it. We have to have it. We need it. And everyone, when you walk into that stock market, when you open that laptop for the first time and you sit there and see these green and red candlesticks going up, and you see this big boy red candlestick going up, and you see the person beside you say, oh, I just made $1,000. Or you see the person that came in with you say, oh, I just made $3,000. And you're like, man, it's like a whole nother world. And you say to yourself, why did I not know about this 15 years ago? 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 5 years ago? Why nobody told me this? But now, everybody, one of the most important things is this. My kids will never be able to say why nobody told me about it. Why nobody didn't tell me about this? My nieces, my nephews, they will never be able to say why nobody didn't tell me about this. No one in my family, the younger generation, the kids that's growing up, no one in my family will ever be able to say, why no one told me about this? I got my nephew Carter. Quiet guy, right? Quiet kid. He bright as he can be. I can see in Carter already that he got some seeds planted in him already, right? His mom does a freaking phenomenal job. I say phenomenal right? She does a great job. But it's some seeds planted in him to where he has a desire to want more at this young age. And when I truly introduce him into the stock market, those desires are going to become a reality. Everybody, right now, and I give all praise and all glory and all honor to the Most High. My desires are realities. My desires are not out of arm's reach. If I want to go to a basketball game, I can go into the stock market and get the money out of the stock market to put into the basket and go to the basketball game. Everybody, this all came for nothing that I've done. All because the Most High put me down and set me at a table. The Most High told my wife to go to Myrtle Beach and make sure I come. Right? The Most High told the person at the waiter, whoever's at work at the restaurant, to tell them, ask them to go to the wine tasting. They don't know the Most High was talking to them. They don't know the Most High was directing their feet. All because the Most High told Mr. Batts, hey, sit down at this wine tasting. Take your family on vacation. Come stay at this hotel because I have someone there I want you to meet. And we broke bread together. We had drinks together. And this man gave me information that allows me to be able to sit here and talk to you on Tuesday, December 16th at 8 p.m. And the thing about it is this, everybody, what I want you to understand. When I called him when I got home, it was 3 people on the phone call. Myself, Mr. Batts, and another individual. That other individual heard the same information I heard at the exact same time, in the exact same cadence, had the exact same person to show it to him, and that person didn't do anything with it. So you have a choice, everybody. You have a choice. Everyone on this call right now, you all are hearing the same information at the exact same time. Some people are going to do things with it. Some people will not. You have to make up in your mind, is this a calling for you? Or you just here because you're here? So what I want to do, everybody, is this. I want to thank you all for being here. And now I want to give out some money. Can I give out some money, please? All right. Can I give out some money, please? All right. Now, everybody, I like to do this, everybody. I call put your fingers on the trigger. Everybody put your fingers on the trigger. Okay? Put your fingers on the trigger, everybody. Shout out to Miss Tanisha Smith. She's in my program. Shout out to Miss Tanisha Smith. She's everybody. She's I don't even want to tell you a story, Miss Tanisha Smith, but congratulations to you. I'm proud of everything that you're doing. And thank you for all of the information you give us in our program. It does not go overlooked. I just want you to let you know that as well. Okay. So everybody, put your finger on the trigger. Now, what put your finger on the trigger means this, everybody. I'm going to ask a couple of questions. I'm going to ask one question, and you have to type this question in, all right? And you'll be one of the first people to type the question in, okay? All right? And whoever the first person is, this right here, I think I'm going to give away $500 this first go around. I'm going to give $500. Everybody, put your finger on the trigger. Let me do this in the camera. It's the finger on the trigger thing. Do this in the camera. There we go. There we go, Shadira. I see you. There we go, Andrew. I see y'all. Okay, so finger on the trigger, everybody. Right? And before I even ask this question, somebody probably already know the first question I'm going to ask. I always ask the same question all the time. The very first question I always ask. So I'm going to throw that little hint out there, okay? All right, everybody, you all ready? Let me open up the chat. Let me unlock the chat. What's up, baby girl? Let me unlock the chat. so everyone can type. Okay, everybody. Tyree, you can't. Tyree, and Tom, Fred, all y'all. I ain't said nothing yet. I ain't even said anything yet. Okay, all right, everyone. Okay, everyone. How many kids do I have? Boom. Okay, let me stop the chat. Boom. All right, let me stop the chat right quick. All right, let's go. How many kids do I have? How many kids do I have? Good geesh, Louise. Y'all putting too many on me. No. Y'all don't put too many kids on me. All right, I can't even get to the top. Good geesh, Louise. 1 second. Let me go to the top. All right, here we go. So the first person that got it right was iPhone. I have no idea who iPhone is. So iPhone, I can't give you anything because your name is iPhone. So iPhone, go in there, change your name. Okay? So the next person was Miss Cheryl. You just won $500. Congratulations. Miss Cheryl, if you can send an email, Kanisha, can you put our email in the chat, please? Can you put our email in the chat? Email in the chat, please. All right. So Miss Cheryl, congratulations, Miss Cheryl. Kanisha, if you can throw our email in the chat, send an email to admin@iwantknowledge.com, Miss Cheryl. Admin@iwantknowledge.com. Admin@iwantknowledge.com, Miss Cheryl. Okay? Admin@iwantknowledge.com. You got me, Miss Cheryl? You good? Lawrence, Kanisha, can you all put the email in the chat? There we go. Thank you, Mighty Joe. Appreciate you, brother. All right. So let's get ready again. Next question, everybody. Next question. All right. Next question. Put your finger on the trigger. This time I'm going to give away $1,000. Okay. I'm giving away $1,000. No, I'm gonna do 500. Do 500 again. Yeah. Do 500 again. Okay. I'm gonna do 500 again. So I'm giving away $500 this time, everybody. Okay. All right. Okay. Next question, everyone. I'm trying to make sure. I got 2 questions I want to say in my mind. I want to make sure I say the right one. Okay. All right. Everybody. What's the name of the individual that showed me the stock market? All right. I see somebody got it. Let's see. Stop the chat. You all got it right. That's good. That's all right. I love it. Let's see. Who was the first person, though? Let's see. We got Keyshawn. Keyshawn's iPhone. You just won $500 as well. Okay? $500, Keyshawn's iPhone. You just won $500. Okay? So Keyshawn iPhone, please send an email to admin@iwantknowledge.com. That's admin@iwantknowledge.com, Keyshawn. Admin@iwantknowledge.com. Telling us you won $500. Now, everybody, I'm keeping up with the names. Because sometimes when we do stuff like this, you get like 50 emails saying, hey, I won $100, right? So we keeping up with the names, all right? So congratulations, Keyshawn. Now, for this one, everybody, I want to give away $1,000. Can I do that? Can I give away $1,000? Nope. I don't want to do that. Nope. Before I do that, I don't want to give away $1,000. I want to give away an iPad, a laptop. The reason I want to give away a laptop first, I'm gonna give away a laptop because I want this laptop to go to someone. Because if you're on this call, that means you probably want to learn how to trade. So if someone may not, matter of fact, let's not even do it. If you do not have a laptop, just put a 1 in the chat right quick. If you do not have a laptop, put a 1 in the chat. If you do not have a laptop, put a 1 in the chat, please. Do I have it all? I have it frozen? I have it frozen. Okay, if you do not have a laptop, put a 1 in the chat. Okay, I'm going to pause it right there right quick. Who was the first person to put a 1 in the chat saying they did not have a laptop? Let's see. Jeremiah Nicole. Jeremiah Nickel. Mr. Jeremiah, I think it's, I'm saying Mr. I think it's Jeremiah, Mr. I'm not 100% sure. But Jeremiah, what I want to do is I'm going to buy you a laptop. Okay, so I'm going to buy you a laptop, Jeremiah Nickel. So send an email to admin@iwantknowledge.com, and I'm going to buy you a laptop. You're here, you showed up. So I want to go ahead and start getting you prepared to tackle this market. Okay, so I'm gonna buy you a laptop. So what I want you to do is send an email there, and then Kanisha, she will get with you to get your address and things of that nature and ship you out a laptop. Okay. Now what I want to do, everybody, is I want to give away $1,000. Okay, $1,000, and I don't know what to do to give away this $1,000. Okay, I don't want to play the trigger game. Okay, I don't want to play the trigger game. So what can I do to give away this $1,000? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Let me think about it. We might play the trigger game. We may play the trigger game. Yeah, I think we're gonna play the trigger game one more time. Okay, we're gonna do the trigger game one more time, so it's gonna be for everybody can participate to win the $1,000. Okay, now. Once again, everyone that's won so far, please send an email to admin@iwantknowledge.com. Do it ASAP so we can make sure we get everything out to you tomorrow, okay? How we gonna do it? 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 Give everybody $1.50. Calvin, what's up, Calvin? Shout out to Calvin, man. Everybody, shout out to Calvin. He part of the program as well. And he a good friend of mine as well, man. He always got my back. Shout out to my guy, Calvin. Definitely, man. Definitely love, brother. Definitely love. Shout out to CT Kurt as well, everybody. CT Kurt is on this call as well, man. A great friend of mine, everybody. I'll tell you just a quick story about CT. When I was around 2015, I was how should I put this? Around 2013, 2014, 2015. I was in a place where I was searching for God, searching for the Most High, right? And CT Kurt, in that moment he was an up and coming pastor, right? He always been he was probably pastoring longer, but he was an up and coming pastor at that time frame. And I would literally follow CT Kurt around wherever he went and preached at, right? Wherever he preached at, I would go and follow him around, and it was just. It just felt good to be able to go and follow someone that you trusted, with being a person in your life that can bring you closer to what you're trying to search for, right? So that's one thing. I also shout out to CT Kurt. Definitely, if I've never told you that, brother, I definitely appreciate you, and I definitely followed you around. If you went to Lancaster, I was there. If you went to Chester, I was there. The whole nine. So I salute you, brother, for that. But now let's give away this $1,000. Everybody, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Okay, $1,000. Now, everybody, this is going to be a twofold question. Okay, twofold question. You have to answer two answers. Okay, two answers. All right. Let's see. All right, let's see. Okay? All right, let's see. What's up, Kadar? What's going on, brother? What's up, Davon? Man, this is kind of difficult, right? This is kind of difficult. I'm gonna make it easy for you. I'm gonna make it easy for you. Two things, okay? What color is my actual hair, and where do I live? Or where am I from? What color is my actual hair, and where am I from? You gotta put it on the same line. All right, I'm gonna stop it. Boom. I know that was a crazy question. I really couldn't think of nothing else, everybody. I didn't come prepared to ask so many questions. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's see if you got it right. I see somebody said milk and cookies. Somebody said milk and cookies. Who was it? Rock Hill, South Carolina. Okay, Rock Hill is right. Okay, but let's see who actually put it together on the same line. Boom, 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 boom. I don't see anybody yet. I see Miss Jennifer said Gray and from South Carolina. South Carolina's right, but when you go a little bit more in depth, Miss Jennifer. Anthony Powell. Yep. Nope, not Anthony Powell. Shanika Jackson. Shanika Jackson said, great in Rock Hill, South Carolina. So Shanika Jackson, you won. Congratulations. Okay. You won. Congratulations. Congratulations. Everybody, this is my real hair. I did not dye my hair ever. I have never dyed my hair. I got my first strand of gray hair somewhere when I was 14. It was right around here. And ever since then, it's been over for that. And let me do something. I want to give away, matter of fact, I'm going to give away another $1,000. I'm gonna give away one more $1,000. I'm giving away one more $1,000. So Shanika Jackson, go ahead and send an email to admin@iwantknowledge.com. Admin@iwantknowledge.com, everybody. And I'm giving away one more $1,000. That's gonna be what? $3,000 altogether tonight in a laptop. So everybody, fingers on the trigger. Let's go. Last question. I'm gonna get you all out of here. Fingers on the trigger, fingers on the trigger, fingers on the trigger. All right. Everyone, this is the last $1,000 I'm going to give away for tonight. And everybody, the question is this. What is the most valuable thing in life, everyone? There we go. I didn't even get the whole thing out, and y'all asked the question. Let's see who won. You come on in. Let's see who won. Let's see who won. Everybody got it right. Everybody got it right. Everybody got it right. But Tyree Glenn. Mr. Tyree Glenn was the very first person to say it. He got you by a split second, Miss Renee Jenkins. So Tyree Glenn, congratulations, Mr. Tyree Glenn. You just won $1,000, everybody. So everyone that won tonight, please send an email to admin@iwantknowledge.com. Team, once again, before we get out of here, can you all put the link to purchase the book in the chat one more time? The link to purchase the book in the chat. Everybody, I truly want to thank you all for spending this moment with me, spending this time with me. This was truly an emotional journey for me writing this book. I'm not gonna even lie to you. It was definitely emotional. Looking back, going back and looking back and seeing. Hold on one second. There we go. Looking back and what just happened?
Recording in progress.
I have no idea what happened. I think I got kicked off. I think I got kicked off. Yeah, I got kicked off somehow. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I got kicked off, but I'm back now. Okay. So everyone, once again, send an email to iwantknowledge.com, admin@iwantknowledge.com, and team, can you all put the link in the chat again for the book, please? Kanisha, Lawrence, somebody, if you all can put the link in the chat for the book again, please. And like I said, I hope you all enjoy this book. Take your time, read through it, listen to it. Listen, everybody, I had to learn how to read for the first time when I did the audio book. So listen, I'm from the country. I'm from Rock Hill, South Carolina, and I talk country. So when you read that book, everybody, just know, okay, it's a little country, okay? And not when you're reading, when you listen to the audio version. Some words I'm not putting the S on the end, right? I'm not finishing off some words. So just know, don't count it towards me. Okay, don't count it towards me. All right, everybody. The link to the book is right there in the chat. If you have not purchased the book and you would like to, everyone, like I was saying previously, writing this book was very somewhat emotional for me, right? Because I had to sit back and replay certain moments in my life that were not good moments, in my opinion, right? When I had to sit there and look at myself in the mirror and say, hey, is this who you want to be, right? When I literally was up $50,000, everybody, and within 2 to 3 weeks, I lost that $50,000, everybody. Do you understand how my stomach was in knots? I felt like somebody just punched me in my stomach, and I had to walk around knowing that I had $50,000 that I could take out and change my family's life. I can take it out and pay this bill off, pay this bill off, pay this bill off, but I didn't take it out. I kept it in there, and I lost it, everybody. I had to go back and relive those moments. Those are real moments. When you say that you're doing it for your family and you make enough money for your family to pay your mortgage for the whole year. At that time, our mortgage was only $1,500 a month. I could have paid our mortgage for the next 2, 3, 4 years. But I lost that $50,000, everybody. So this book, all of that stuff is in that book. So when I tell you it was a little emotional. And think about this. Imagine trying to go to sleep at night hoping your wife don't ask you, baby, how much money you made in the market today? Whew. It's just one of those days. Okay? It's just one of those days, right? And then just to think about, I wanted to leave my job so bad. Like, I felt like I was on a plantation, right? And I wanted to leave my job so bad, everybody. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. I wanted to leave my job so bad. Like, you don't understand. I wanted to get off of the plantation. I wanted my freedom. And I'm up 50,000. And it started to seem like it was a reality, everybody, that, hey, I could potentially leave my job if I do this, do that, do this, do that. Because I had that $50,000 that I made in the stock market. And then I lost it, everybody. So when I lost it, everybody, it snatched away from me my dream of not having to work a full-time job. It was boom, snatched away. And I can't blame anybody but myself. This is why this book is so emotional, and this is why this book is so important when you start to trade, so you can understand the things that you're going through. You're not the only person going through this, so that you can understand the thing that you're going through is normal, but you can also start to protect yourself. Okay? Put controls in place now so you don't have to go through all of those things that I went through. Everybody, I truly hope you enjoyed this book launch party. I definitely enjoyed spending this time with you all. You all have a great night. All praise to the Most High. I will see the new people in February, and I will see the people that's in my program probably tomorrow. You all have a good one. All praise to the Most High. Thank you.
Now check it out. This is the house that I grew up in. Me, what? My sister, cousins, my nan's house. 275 Hall Spencer Drive, Thomas, South Carolina. I looked up to these people I looked up to. You know what I'm saying? You my man. You wrong.
All praise to the Most High.